Thank you for logging on to the PawCast for the week of Monday, November 17th through Friday the 21st. Hi, I'm Mr. Andrews.
And I'm Mrs. Williams.
And here's what's happening on our team this week.
In reading this week, we're going to continue with our Colonial America centers. We will be focusing on theme, point of view, plot, problems, rising actions, climax, falling actions, all the things that we've been covering for the last month or two. We will be cycling through with these centers. Students will also be working on their colonial research project. Each student has been assigned a colonial person, such as a shoemaker or a cobbler, which is really the same thing, or a tailor or a baker, and they will be researching that type of person in colonial America. We will then use this information to create a project, a diary entry in the day of the life of that person, and a tableau presentation. So be on the lookout for an invitation to see your child perform or say their speech. Either way, it will be great. We're looking to try to do that before Thanksgiving, but with benchmarks and things next week, it may not happen right before Thanksgiving. It may be the first week of December. December. So in social studies and reading are very much connected. They will be very similar, working on centers and colonial America.
This week in math, we are going to continue working with the metric system, converting and comparing units of length, and we'll also add to that converting and comparing units of weight and capacity. I'd like to try to be able to get a quiz in this week. It'll have to happen before Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because, as Mrs. Williams was saying, those are benchmark testing days in our team. So there is a possibility of having a quiz on Tuesday on how to convert metric units of length, capacity, and weight. Most students have told me this is pretty easy stuff. The thing that students are going to have to be able to do is to memorize our metric prefixes from kilo, hecto, deca, base, deci, centi, and milli, and know what those prefixes mean as far as their numeric value. So I want to challenge students to continue working on that. Also, students know that they need to be writing down their NFL team scores and their team's score, their opponent's score that is, and they should be graphing that weekly. So I just want to be students to be mindful that that is continuing and not to get too far behind parents. We want to make sure that our students are keeping up with that. Also to go ahead and graph that information as well. We will be collecting the graphs at the end of the second quarter, and that will count as 2 more test grades. So very important to keep those scores going. Also, I want to encourage students to continue to keep their stock market game going. Any kind of buying power you might have, I'd like to encourage you to go in, search some of the stocks, reinvest all of the buying power money that you possibly can, and continue to let your money grow. A lot of our students have done a very good job of investing. And now for the bonus question, which is really the bonus opinion. We'd like to know, now that we've had 2 pretty good little cold weekend snaps here in North Carolina, for the month of November, that is, we'd like to know, how do you feel about cold weather? Do you enjoy cooler weather, or are you one of those folks that really enjoys warmer weather? And why do you like colder, or why do you like warmer? Parents, you can also weigh in on this bonus opinion as well. Let's all have a great week together, and let's all get the big paw.